Okay, this is KANGLA Fort in Imphal. The main market is just right here. The women's market, all the same market I showed you. It's like a 3-4 minute walk that way. Children, 5 rupees. Locals, 10 rupees. Indians who aren't from Imphal or the Northeast, 20 rupees. Foreign tourists, 100 rupees. Not a bad foreigner price, only 100 rupees. Okay, here's the entrance. I showed you this fella right here on the horse, looking very majestic. This is the entry gate, or the first gate, KANGLA Western Gate. Okay, yes, this is the west gate. Beautiful doors here. Wow, that's it. Looks great. Okay, here's the main road. I was getting some warnings about my camera. Maybe, I'm not sure if they weren't speaking English, so I don't know if they don't want to be on camera or if I'm not supposed to do photos, but you know me, I'll sneak this bad boy in. Before I get to the next security check, I'll put it away. Here's the main road. Wow. The barbed wire is kind of killing the view here, but other than that, it's got beautiful trees. You see the lovely clothes the women are wearing here. They're a little bit different here than you see in the West. Now some women are wearing, hello, hi. Some women are wearing like saris and whatnot, but mostly they're wearing like a blouse with a long skirt, and then they have the stole over. So it's quite a bit different. Definitely much closer to the garb you'd see in like the traditional garb you'd see in like Burma and Thailand and stuff than what you'd see on the other side of the subcontinent. Hello. And then men, as always, are always just wearing Western wear. Check this out here. Okay, remove your shoes. Let me take my shoes off right quick. My sandals. Oh, wow. Yeah, let me turn this off real quick. Okay. These are boats. Wow, I hope you can see past the glare here. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful. These are long boats, river boats. Are these boats that were used, or are these for show? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe that sign says I should have actually read it. I just put it on camera and didn't actually read the dang thing. Okay, oh wow. Okay, this one's got a curly little dragon's tail, but this one has a head on the end here. Can you see that? I'll try to block the glare. Well, let me zoom in. Yeah. Let me get a better angle so we can see the face. Wow. Beautiful. Here we've got a dragon coming all the way down the side. These dragons with the deer antler are looking really cool. I like them a lot. And then we have a kind of a Celtic knot design here in the middle, but it's a dragon. Wow, that's a really cool design. That would make a sweet tattoo. And it's see how it's swallowing its, sorry, I'm bumping the camera here, its own tail. That's reminiscent of the Ouroboros, which is a symbol of infinity, life, death, rebirth. So this is like a Celtic knot and an Ouroboros put in one. Wow. I've never seen something like that before. Okay, here we go. So you can read this, I hope. It's very long. I'm just going to put a clip. You can pause it and read it if you want to learn. And I'm going to read it for myself. I will be right back. Okay, if you didn't want to read it yourself, the two boats in the middle were used by royals, and the boats on the side were used by commoners. The heads are snake gods adorned with antlers from a local legend. Well, recreations of antlers from a local legend. Hotel keys. It's ridiculous. Why is this key fob so big? Everywhere in India they give you these giant, massive key fobs, and you'll read this here. I hope you can read it. Let me get really close. Okay, pause it. Read it. I'm gonna read it for myself. Okay. Ibudo Pakangla Temple. This is the name of the ruling deity of Manipur. That was the base legend here. I'm sure there's more legends surrounding this deity, but that was the main legend, I believe. I can describe it as. Wow. And this is the state of Manipur in India, by the way. So. Hello. Seems this fountain has seen better days. Wow. Hello, Uncle. How are you? You are good? Wow. Very beautiful. Splash me with some holy water here. So I come this way. Okay. Here we have this Ouroboros. Celtic knot design. Or is this the deity of Manipur? Okay. Wow. Very cool. Something pretty mildewy. Okay, here we have some sort of pond. Oh, look, we're getting some rain here. Oh, wow. Okay, look over here. Sky's a little bit cloudy. Over here. Boom. It's turning real gray. So I think we're about to get quite a bit of rain here for, oh, maybe 15-20 minutes. You know, it's very hot, but I don't have an umbrella, so hopefully I don't get drenched. It's a very cool place, actually. It's cool to see designs that are outside of what you think of India. What you think of India as well, what I've shown you so far and what you've seen. But there's a whole nother side to this country, literally a whole nother side to this country on the opposite side of Bangladesh that people don't even know exists, honestly. I certainly didn't know it existed until I started actually getting interested in this country. And I sure hope that more tourists will come here and check it out for themselves. It certainly doesn't deserve to be ignored. It definitely is beautiful, and there's really nice people here and cool things to see. Wow, the rain is really coming. Holy crap, I need to find some shelter. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the weather here. The only real criticism I have of this side is that the public transportation is not as good as it is on the other side of the subcontinent. Okay, let me get some shelter here. Hopefully in the future, the public transportation will be better for not only tourists, but mostly for the people who live here so they can get around. There's very few trains. The buses kind of are scarce or hard to figure out. Like, a lot of buses on the other side are like, they're very easy to like find bus timings and train timings and stuff on the internet. But here it's just like Google's just blank when you're looking for buses and whatnot. Next time, I keep saying this, but next time I come to India, I definitely will come on a motorcycle or buy a motorcycle when I get here. I don't know, however I decide to come here. I think I'm probably going to get foggy on this lens. I'm going to take off the wide angle and wipe this off real quick. Sorry. So if and when I do come back here, I can have much more freedom, because exploring the other side of the subcontinent, or the country, or the subcontinent, whatever you want to call it, it's easy. There are times over there, a lot of times, where I wish I did have a motorcycle, but to get to your destination, you can really get wherever you want to go for not a bad price. Here, because the public transportation is lacking, that means that you're hiring private transportation, and private transportation is, it's not entirely out of my budget, but if I'm doing it every day, or even 3 times a week, then I'm really increasing my weekly budget by $100 or $200, and that really puts me in a hole as far as finances go. Now, I'm here to, obviously see as much as I can and spend money where I have to, but I definitely would prefer to have more autonomy, and with 2 wheels, my own ride, that would be much, much simpler. And it's also really fun to be on a motorcycle. Okay, dang. How trapped am I? How much do I want to get wet? And which way should I go? Should I go this way? Which I don't see much that way. Should I go this way? I think this is another, it's closed, so I can't even get in that gate, though those are really cool, like dragon dog looking things. Or should I go this way, which is probably where you're supposed to go? I don't know, I'm stuck. Hopefully it doesn't rain that long. The cloud is directly over me. If it's as big as I think it is, it should be like 15-20 minutes. So hopefully I will be back. I'm just going to turn the camera off for now, because I'm running out of things to say. Okay, this is very interesting. I'm going to let you read it, but KANGLA was the sacred capital of the ancient state of Manipur. It was the seat of the indigenous power. You see, however, the emergence of the Ningtauja dynasty under the leadership of Nangda Lairen Pakangba Nangda Nangda Lairen Pakangba in the year 33 AD. His dynasty had an unbroken rule until the 19th century. That's nearly 2,000 years of an unbroken dynasty, until it fell to the hands of, surprise, the British Empire on the 27th of April 1891. After the British were left, it was controlled by the Assam Rifles under basically a military junta, military rule. That's what you call military rule. And then it was handed over in November 20th, 2004. So recently, the military junta has ended, and now they are officially part of India. So there's a lot of rebellion and separatism here in this area, and it doesn't really surprise me because the people here are kind of like the people in Kashmir. They don't very much see themselves as quote-unquote Indian. Now, Indian is obviously a nationality, not a ethnic group or an ethnicity. So just like every other country in the world, India's had its turmoil, and you can see that here with the large military presence and the formal requirement of a permit if you wanted to become a tourist here. And when you land at the airport or come in, they register you and they want to know how long you're staying, all this stuff. Now, you don't need a permit, but you do need to be reported to the local authorities as to where you are anywhere along the border of Myanmar. You can go to Assam and nobody really cares. You can go to Tripura and nobody really cares. But once you get into Nagaland and Manipur and Mizoram, and they don't really keep a sharp eye on you, but they do want to know where you're at. And then still, if you go to Arunachal Pradesh in the north, which is bordering China, then you have to get a permit to visit there. That is a heavily contested region. China likes to claim just about everywhere they possibly can. You know, back during the Cultural Revolution and the Great Leap Forward, China did away with its imperial legacy and destroyed so much of its ancient history to say, we are not the old China, we are not the old empire, we are new China, this is our China, this is the people's China. And then they also want to dig up old maps that maybe they invent, or old documents that say, oh, we own this land, or we own this land, or we own this land. This land belonged to the Imperial Chinese, yada, yada, yada. So they want it both ways. They want to say, we are no longer Imperial China, this is the people's China, but also all the stuff that belonged to Imperial China belongs to the people's China. So they want it both ways. They want to not be old China, but also control all of the lands of old China. So that's part of why you need a permit. I'm going to point this here. Hopefully you can read it. Actually, I'm going to scan over. The glare is really bad. So what I recommend is, if you want to read this whole thing, Google it. Wow, there's more here in English. Okay, I'm going to read this. And then here's a map. So it's 1 square mile, I believe, of land, which means you could spend all day here. So it's the outer moat. Here's the river, the Imphal River. There's the outer moat, the inner moat, and then you have various shrines, burial grounds. A lot of what was here, I believe, was destroyed by the British, or just fell into disrepair and is no longer here. Okay, this place right here is where the ancient kings of KANGLA Manipur were cremated. Wow. It was recently restored here. I think the Assam Rifles restored it. Let me see if this is... So yeah, it was dedicated to the people of Manipur on the 25th of April 1998. Alrighty. So it's obviously old ground, but new-ish construction or restoration. Wow, the rain is really coming now. Damn. Okay, let's go to the dry spot here. Okay, Marang Kong. This might be part of one of the inner moats, maybe. Okay, cool. I'm trying to shoot a TikTok here, but they're getting soaked. Oi. Your boy needs a toilet. Where can I find one here? Here's a garden, but flowering season is over for the roses here. I was able to sit. They got a little restaurant here, so I was able to sit there and wait out the rain. I'm hunting for a washroom, which is conveniently located not anywhere near the restaurant. Okay, I found the washroom. It is near the restaurant there, but I misunderstood the directions. Okay, let's check out what's up here, huh? All right. It's like an old brick house of some sort. Wow. Okay, this is a, I don't know, it's like a swamp. Some sort of uncarved jungle. There's no entry, but I just saw people coming from there. Brinda Bachandra Temple. I don't know if it's blocked off or not. It says no entry up here. Lots of places that are blocked off, I guess. It's a pretty big spot. Looks like they had lights and fountains going here in days past. I don't know if they still do it, but I don't think so, because the fort closes at like 4 p.m. and that's before sundown. It's kind of sad when, you know, they build things like this, or they're old things at a fort, or things that are supposed to be nice, and then they just let them fall into disrepair. Like here, I bet is the pump and the power supply for the lights and the fountains. I don't know why they always do that. It's very common here in India when you go to an old fort that a good portion of it will just be left to rot. Wow. Check this out. Take my shoes off. Ah. Okay. Looks like it's closed off. The inner sanctum here. This is the guy with the machine gun over there. So. There's always a guy with a machine gun. Why? You know better than I do, but seems like an unnecessary spot to put a man with a gun, but it ain't my temple. Huh. Well, I think the pathway to the temple is more interesting than the temple itself, huh? Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go to the next spot. Wow, I was begging for the rain to stop so I wouldn't get wet, but the sun comes out after the rain and the humidity shoots through the roof. On my way walking to this fort, it was hot, but it was dry. Now it's hot and it's wet. There's a prehistoric gallery here, but there's no filming inside. But this one is locked, so I'm just filming through the window here. This is the secondary urn burial gallery. So this is a burial chamber. Okay. Oh wow, what is this? This is a wood fossil. Wow. Here there's lots of stone inscriptions, but I actually think that these are copies of the stone inscriptions and the originals are stored elsewhere. Because they're all this weird, same blue, waxy look. They don't look like rocks. There's only one in there that actually is a rock. Or maybe they're just a weird rock that I've never seen before. Should have hopped in that golf cart there. I think you gotta pay for that. Should have inquired. This place is huge. No entry this way or no entry this way? I don't know. What do they mean by no entry? State Archaeology. I think this is just a office. I don't think that this is the museum. I'm not gonna go in. I don't know if this no entry sign is for this or for this. There's another no entry sign down there, I think. Alright. No, this is the same temple I was at, yeah? Let me see. Maybe it's a different temple. Okay, that's the west gate over there. I believe this is the north gate, and this is General Slim's cottage. If it's not the north gate, then it's the south gate. General Slim's cottage. Okay, let's go check out the cottage of Mr. General Slim. There's a lot of beautiful trees inside this fort. Wow. Okay. Not bad for a cottage, huh? Let's take a peep. I can't go in the cottage. Okay, this cottage was constructed in 1901 and was initially the residence of CO4 Assam Rifles during the Second World War. This was the residence of Field Marshal W.J. Slim, KG, GCB, BC, MG, GCVO, DSO, MC Commander, Allied Forces. Later, it was the residence of Egar North, and thereafter, it housed GOC Mike Sector. Presently, it houses the Officers Club of HQ Manipur, Range 9 Sector. Okay, that's a mouthful. So it's General Slim's cottage, and now it is the Officers Club for the local military branch. Okay, we got a big table for important people discussions. All right. Now that's unfortunate. You know, it's really beautiful grounds, but you can't go in anywhere. Everywhere's closed up. Everything's turned off. A lot of it's gone to pot. I don't know. Are they charging people to come in here if they're just gonna let it go? These grounds are fairly well maintained. But here I am yet again on a very long walk to a destination that I can't thoroughly explore. So I think I'm getting near the end of my time here at this fort. I think I've seen what I can see. Getting pretty worn out here. So do I recommend coming here? I mean, why not? I wouldn't say it's spectacular or extraordinary or incredible or anything, but if you want a nice leisurely stroll away from the hustle and bustle of the city, and you don't really care too much about seeing all the things maybe this fort offered in the past, then yeah, stop by. But if you're really hoping to see, you know, incredible structures contained within a fort, like you can see all over the rest of India, then no, maybe go do something else. There's a lake not too far from here you can go to. Maybe I should have done that today instead. It is what it is. Today is my last full day here in Imphal. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I'm pretty beat after this long walk. I've been here for 2 or 3 hours at least. Obviously you're not gonna see all of that here in this video. I got rained on. It's hot, it's humid. I need some food, some drink. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you watching my videos. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. It's nice and relaxing. No excitement in this particular video. Okay. Bye bye. See you next time.